Welcome to Koala Gardens. Have I got a treat for you today? This video is brought to you because of the amazing support that I receive from my calendar sponsors, In the Loop adopters, and my ever-growing Patreon family. You can get involved by checking out the description below and seeing if there's some way and some level of perks that might suit you just perfectly. And I want to acknowledge the Widjabul people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I am so proud to be able to live, work and play. Now, it's not often that we see two koalas in a tree. In fact, sometimes I have to remind myself to keep looking after I find one, because I can just presume that there won't be any more, and that is just what happened on this particular day. In fact, it wasn't until I just so happened to move around to another particular spot that, ta-da, what? There's two. Well, let's have a look at the story that unfolded between Astra and Momo. Koala Gardens is a private property that I own and have dedicated to becoming a wildlife sanctuary. I donate a huge amount of my own time and resources to help save our beautiful koalas. The day started with me looking out the kitchen window and discovering, hey look, there's a koala in one of the trees just out there. If you've been following my property for some time, then you'll know that I've got 3 trees I can see outside my window. I've zoomed out. This is the tree on the far right, which is actually a pink bloodwood, and these are really popular shelter trees. So I can't tell at this point who it is. And you can see I'm zoomed out, I'm looking about in the trees. There's the 2 forest red gums that are on the left hand side. They are primary food trees. Koalas love eating them. And I find the little koala again, and I'm presuming that I'm looking at Momo because I've been seeing Momo in the forest red gums quite often, and even in the pink bloodwood at times. So it makes me just sort of make that presumption, and I tick off in my brain, oh good, I've got a koala out there. Another way that you can support what I'm doing, but please do know that all of my video is always going to be free, is you can use the Super Thanks button below and throw as little as $2 in just to help my work here for our koalas. Now, I'm going to jump straight ahead to the moment when I found later in the afternoon that there was actually 2 koalas in the tree, and they look closer to each other than what they actually are. At first, I had thought that Momo was in the front, but once I got onto this angle and I could see the noses so much better, I realised that in the front there, that's Astra, and in the back, that's Momo. And looking at this with the 2 of them in the frame together, I don't know if you can notice this, but to me, Momo looks much more mature than Astra. I would say that Momo is at least a year older. Astra is probably around the 18 months old to 2 years, and I would say that Momo is more like the 2.5, maybe a little bit older. So what we would call a sub-adult, coming into maturity. Later on in the day, they actually separated a bit from each other, and we can now see, I've moved the camera around to another angle, and the camera is looking up at Momo at the moment, up in the tree, and Momo's looking like there's some decisions to be made. Before a koala goes moving off and changing trees or changing to another area of the tree to feed, they quite often just kind of sit and look around them, and it's like they're, weighing up the decisions. Which coffee shop shall I go to today? I wonder who's going to have the best salad, you know, that sort of thing. Now, I know I'm being very silly there. I am totally anthropomorphizing the situation, but that's just a little bit of fun, really. Again, when I'm looking at Momo's body, it feels like a sort of a more mature body, there's a lot more size to both the arms and the legs and that belly than what there is on young little Astra. So we can see that they're still both in the same tree, but Astra is quite a way out on the branch. In all of this afternoon, and in fact the whole of the day, I didn't hear any screaming, any signs of fighting as such, but they're obviously very aware of each other, and Astra is trying to keep his distance from Momo, that's for sure. This is such a beautiful tree, this pink bloodwood. It's quite huge, and the branches are just, so long and spreading and quite graceful. And you can see that there's a lot of leaf on the tree. So it's a really terrific shelter tree for koalas. And sometimes I'll go a really long time without seeing a koala in this particular tree. And then it can be funny because this happens with a lot of trees. Then one koala will use it a bit, and then quite often I'll see suddenly it will become quite popular for a while. I've moved the camera around a little bit, and we're now heading into the late afternoon, and I'm filming, and it's kind of like I fear the sun going down is going to beat me capturing any real actual activity. I got so excited once I realized there was two in the tree, because I thought that I might get to video, some koala activity, but it seems that we're going to just have to be a little bit patient and enjoy just that feeling of two koalas sleeping in the same tree, because that's not commonly seen. The next full-length video that I'm going to get to publish is going to be the Momo gender reveal, so do look out for that one. It's September at the moment, and so you're getting a delightful feast of shorts, because there's 30 koala fun facts being released as a short video every day. But there will still be some of my regular type videos during the month as well. So do keep your eyes peeled with all those shorts coming out for the Momo reveal, which will be coming up very soon. But in the meantime, guess what? You've done it. You've made it to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. So please make sure you did hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and would you write in the comments below for me? Lots of life lessons in the wild. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you're enjoying all of the wild koalas that I can bring to you, because it is my absolute pleasure to share the beauty of wild koalas with the world. Another way that you can support what I'm doing is anytime you're looking to buy something, before you jump onto any other online store, hop over to my Redbubble store and just see whether I might have just what you're looking for. There's over 66 different pieces of merchandise and dozens of my designs that you can get them printed on, and they're all sustainably printed and posted. I'm so proud to partner with Redbubble.